Good morning, good evening, wherever you are across this beautiful nation or around the globe. This is Deja Brew, waking you up to truth one sip at a time. And today is Thirsty Thursdays. Now, before we begin our show tonight, we do, of course, want to honor that this is September 11th, and we will never forget the people that were lost and the tragedy that took place on that day. With all of the different horrible things that have been coming out in the news today, I feel like September 11th, in its memory, got a little bit foreshadowed, understandably. I just want to also offer honor and respect for this day and what it truly stands for our country and the world. So, and Mike does too. So that's the first thing that we wanted to bring up. And of course, our heart and prayers go out to the family and the friends and loved ones and coworkers of Charlie Kirk. Now, what do you think about that UFO conference hearing thing this week? There were kind of some gems in there, but then there were also
Well,
some moments.
yeah, there was some, okey doke, what was that going to do for us type of stuff. But the only thing
Yeah.
that I really got out of it was in my head, I was screaming in my mind's eye, why the hell are we shooting at that object for? Why did we shoot at it? Everyone,
Yeah.
that Hellcat or whatever that missile is,
Yeah.
like what? I mean, who said fire? I mean, what the hell are
Right.
we doing?
Right. What is
Oh
our
my God.
mentality to be shooting at these things? Like, why would we
Oh,
want to do that at all? And someone had said to me, well, maybe it's something of ours that, like we reverse engineered an alien craft or orb or whatever. And so we're test running it up there and wanted to see if it could be
oh, okay.
hit by the missile. And I'm like, okay, well, I see your point there, but would we really waste that much money on building something that we reverse engineered just to see if we can split it in half? I
Wow.
mean, would we do that?
Yeah, maybe we would. I
Yeah.
mean,
Okay.
if we're doing nuclear tests in our own backyard, why wouldn't we do something, as dramatic like
Right.
that? Yeah.
You got a point. You got a point.
But I never thought of your point. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
definitely a possibility that
Yeah.
we're seeing, how our top missiles would do against an object like this, and it seemed to do not very, I mean, well, it
Nothing.
just depends. It depends on, are you
Pretty
happy
much
for the
did
missile
nothing.
or are you happy for the object that you
Right.
reverse engineered? Well, that
Right.
object kept going, so
Yeah.
I don't know how many things that you can shoot with that type of missile and still, chug along there.
Right. And when they asked the panel, I forget which person, which congressperson it was that asked the panel, were they frightened by seeing that video?
Yeah.
All of them across the board said yes till you get to that last guy, the one that can't talk much unless he's in the skiff, the younger guy, the one that's
Oh,
like they ruined his reputation, they took away his career, he's jobless and basically about to be homeless kind of a thing. He hesitated in answering and they asked it again and he's like, "Well, yes," and they stopped him and moved on. And I'm like,
ah,
that was telling because that was more of a, well, yes, if it's what think you're seeing, yeah, that's frightening from a defense perspective, but he knew something else about it that he couldn't
see,
say unless he was in
uh-huh.
a skiff. So
So,
it might be ours.
I didn't even see that last person that you're talking about because I was
He's
thinking
a
along the
young guy.
lines when they were standing up one by one after that question, and they were like,
Mhm.
"Yes, I'm afraid. Yes, I'm scared. Yes, I'm shaking in my pants. Yes, this and that, all the way down the line." I didn't catch that last person, but the thing that I got was fear, 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 fear. Here we are with fear, fear. Like
Yeah.
it still sounds like we're watching a movie here for some reason.
Yeah. But I think there's a reason for the fear part too, so that they could sort of use that as an excuse for why it's been held a secret for so
Right.
long.
Yeah.
Because George
It's
Knapp actually said under testimony this past week that even he agrees with what I say, or I agree with what he says, whatever. Um, that during the time of like the Roswell event and things like that, for our military to realize they can't defend us, right? I think
yeah,
we even said
right.
this last week.
Yeah, we were
They're not
talking
going to
about
announce that. They're not going to
no.
announce that.
Right. It's a matter of national security, and that's the most common, understandable reason. And I think they really could hide behind that if they really wanted to. And I think they kind of do.
Yeah.
They
Yeah, I
they
do
pull
too.
that card whenever they need to.
I
But
do too. But I think that might be the way that they segue into telling us some truths now. Yeah, is to be
yeah,
like,
I'm
well,
still hopeful that we'll get something really positive, something uh, disclosure like, really disclosure like.
yes,
But
me too. Me too.
But
Me too.
I'm glad that we're kind of switching gears to a little bit of a UFO smorgasbord. Um, we're kind of it's
Yeah.
funny we're kind of winging it a little bit with the UFO stories here, and it's something like we were talking about earlier. It's just we need a little bit of a refresher here with all the negative things that have been going on lately. It's
Yeah.
we can sit here and talk about those current events, but that's all we've been doing the last few days, and it's really lowering my my vibration, and I'm really
Yeah. It's
excited
been me
today.
too. It's been really heavy. And I am
Yeah,
too. I'm really excited about what we're doing because it's gonna
yeah,
lighten everybody up.
we're definitely playing today. I've done a UFO conference, and I'm pulling some of the actual pictures that I used uh, for my UFO conference on my PowerPoint. And it was near the end of my PowerPoint where I had some time left to play, so to speak. Um, we're not going to be diving into really dramatic episodes of my UFO experiences growing up. This is a lot of this stuff is pretty modern. It hasn't happened uh, not too long ago. So I'm excited to speak on a lot of the pictures and maybe even a video or two that Kelly's going to present to you all.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me just start right here with this one. All right. What are we looking at, Mike?
Nothing yet. Oh, okay. So these are screenshots of a video that a fellow experiencer, his name is George Hernandez. He's a tattoo artist in Sacramento, and he is in my group, my private group, UFO. It's called Paranormal UFO California. So he had shared something. This guy is so humble. This guy is so cool. He shared this video. He was meditating, Kelly, in his backyard one night, and he was shooting up with his camera, and he got this craft that manifested directly above him. And there's two versions of this video that I did send Kelly. One version is the original that I got from George, and this original video that we're going to show you, it's hard to get an eye on the actual craft because it's really low in the frame. And I think that was part of the problem when George Hernandez shared this video. within our experiencer group, I was surprised that nobody was liking it or saying or commenting or talking about it. It was just amazing because to me, it was an amazing piece of evidence that was captured homegrown within our own group. This is something that, we didn't go off on YouTube and find this video somewhere. This is a homegrown experiencer, video. And I seen the object, I seen what was needed to be seen. And I told George, if I hadn't experienced my UFO and had my dramatic experience that I had when I was 12 and got to see the speed at which these craft take off, I would have been a believer just by watching your video. Um, so what I thought was this video needs some help. So what I did was I video recorded from my telephone. I recorded my laptop and I forced the viewer, so to speak, to put their eyes on this craft because you can easily lose track of this craft after it manifests because what you see is a streak of light that goes over George's head, and you can actually hear the electromagnetic snap, crackle, and the pop of this craft before it manifests. And it sounds a little like this. I'll make the noise with my mouth. It sounds like this is what I'm hearing.
Interesting.
Yes, it sounds like a clicking electromagnetic staticky snap crackle pop kind of noise. And then this ship, it's a triangular craft, manifests itself. And the picture that we have here is the big white line, the big bright light that you see is actually the border of my laptop. And this
Okay.
craft is on the very edge of the frame of my laptop. So these are just still shots, but you'll be able to see in the video that this thing kind of, you can see a couple of lights on the bottom and a light at the top. That's a triangle right there. And you'll be able to see something in the center of it too during the video. This is the original video here. This is the one, and you might be able to hear it. I'll be quiet for a second. Maybe if we turn up the audio, you can actually hear this, and then I'll try to explain more once again what we're looking at here.
Okay.
We'll just let it roll. See, wow. Okay, you see that streak of light.
Yeah.
Okay, we can all agree that we see that streak of light.
Yeah. Oh,
And then I don't know if you see it because what doesn't help is the little cursor on the bottom, the line with the circle that kind of marks the timestamp of the video. That actually
right.
that actually covers up the craft in this particular video that you just shared here.
Okay.
So that
I'm
was a
trying to get the other one pulled up.
Okay, see, that was the turn off about this video in particular. The turn on about this video, which I didn't really hear, was the audio. The audio is amazing. I can even hear, after it manifested, I can hear the ship kind of give you some electromagnetic pulses as well. And it made like a snap, crackle, pop as it went overhead. It was just
Okay.
amazing. Okay, and this is the video that I took of that video off of my laptop to force the viewers to look at this craft. There's nothing going to be hiding this craft anymore. And if you just watch it's going to appear like it disappears, but it doesn't. It doesn't disappear. It takes off. That's just how fast these craft move.
Okay.
There's the craft at the bottom left. And did you see that? It's gone.
Boom. That
Gone.
fast.
See, there we go. It's looping again. You see a little light in the center? You
Mm-hmm.
see a little light. So it's a triangle craft. And
Yep.
it does a little glowing with its lights like right before it boom takes off.
Right.
That's how these craft move.
To me, it seems like it really showed up quite fast too
There
and
it
stopped on
is.
a dime.
Yeah,
Like when it
right.
first comes into frame, it's like it just zips in and stops on a dime and then
It
boom, it's gone.
right. It rode the electromagnetic spectrum. You
That's
know
just
how these
crazy.
craft they use something in the atmosphere, that they use the energy within our atmosphere, whatever it is. This craft was riding it. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? And it wasn't it. I swear, it seems like it manifested at the last second. Like that's not how it was traveling. You know, because we wonder how these things get from point A to point B. We always talk about, the inertia, how it doesn't happen the way we think. These people,
mhm,
these beings in the craft are not, getting stuck to the wall when they take off at these speeds. And it's because they're not physically going through, the atmosphere like you think they are. They can
right.
actually ride the wave, so to speak, this
Yep.
this thin fabric of the electromagnetic spectrum. Something that I believe
Yes, it do.
UFOs and ghosts kind of kind of ride, man. And it wasn't traveling like that. It was it appeared to be a ship only at the very end. It looked like it like manifested like, boop, here I am.
Mhm.
You know, so. And my friend George, he's such a humble guy. He hasn't done much with that video at all. Um, I'm the one that's kind of goo-goo over it. I'm the
Right.
one that loves sharing it and talking to people about it. Um, he captured a triangle craft, and he I've seen the speed of which this craft moves, and that's exactly how they move. And the sound
Mhm.
just really blew me away. So yeah, this was one of my favorite pieces of evidence, and it's homegrown.
Yeah. And that's the beauty in it right there because it's not like something that you found on the internet. This is
No,
stuff that you know of from real people.
yeah,
Now,
I'm
speaking of things from real people, let's talk about this one.
Let's see what's next. Oh, okay, I'm a real people.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so this is part of my experience. I've experienced the black orb or sphere or whatever you want to call it.
Right.
Um,
This larger picture is yours, right?
yes, I merged the picture of from a UFO program that I was watching. They were talking about Foo Fighters, and this is
Mhm.
actually a classic picture of a World War II airplane, and the arrow
In the
there is
bottom left
point.
corner.
Yeah, the bottom left corner,
Yeah.
there's an arrow pointing to what they described back in World War II as a Foo Fighter. And
Right.
these were the objects that were coming up and flying near these planes that they've seen in the war. And if you look at that, and then you look at the picture that it's imposed on, which is my picture, my original picture that I took. This was in San Leandro probably about 5 years ago in San Leandro, California. Um, I was talking to a fellow experiencer friend of mine. Her name is Marisol Smiley, and she was talking about how she was getting like square objects, a lot of square objects in the sky. And I was afraid that maybe she was just zooming in on everything too far, too much, because, I was trying to offer her a friendly pixelation explanation, is what I called it.
Uh-huh. Yep.
I didn't want her falling for something that wasn't true. I didn't want her zooming in on everything, thinking that it was square. So I wanted to offer her an explanation of pixelation. So what I did was I went outside on my balcony in my apartments in San Leandro, and I literally took a random picture of the sky. I didn't care what it was. I just took a picture of the sky. I was going to worry about it later. I was going to look at the picture and go, okay, what can I zoom in on? And then, if you zoom in on something, you know long enough, it's going to start to pixelate, right? I mean, that's what happens.
Mhm. Right.
So I look at this picture and I'm trying to think, okay, what am I going to zoom in on here? and I'm like, what's this black dot? And I zoom in and I'm like, oh my God, what the heck is that? You know? So what I did was I had the frame of mind to not move, to just, you know what, pick up my phone and take another picture so I can kind of debunk. I watch enough ghost adventures and stuff. They
Right.
they they get more excited about when the object leaves, or
Hmm.
like, oh, it's gone, because that just
Hmm.
solidifies it even more. Like, or if they'll take another picture and go, look, it's not there. So that will
Right.
solidify what they did capture. Like, look, we have four pictures with the object not there, but we have one picture that has it in the picture. So it's like those four pictures that they had with it not in there, they get more excited about that than anything. So that's what I
Yeah.
did. And one of the pictures that we'll see coming up is another picture of me trying to get that same spot, that same black spear, and it's not there. It's
Um,
gone. And we'll get to that in a second. But oh my God, yeah, this one's one of my favorites right here. If
okay, hold on.
okay,
Let me
okay,
just go
all
back
right,
to this one for a minute
I see you.
because first of all, there are square UFOs, right? Cubes that people are
Yes,
seeing. And
right.
I had really never heard of them except for the past 4 or 5 years, but they've been around for a long, long time. And the second thing I wanna say about your picture in particular is that what they used to call the Foo Fighter
Uh-huh.
actually reminds me of the Boogosphere.
Oh yeah, that too. Exactly. Right.
So that's pretty crazy cool.
Yeah, that made big headlines. That's a big popular
Yeah.
thing that everyone's talking about, and they're handing it around. They're passing that
Mhm.
doobie around.
Right? Yeah. I wanna know what's inside that doobie.
Yeah, I know. I want puff puff pass, baby.
Right. Alright, what's this one about?
Man, so this one's so pretty. This one,
I love this.
this one I call my San Leandro light ship. So I
Okay.
believe some of these ships are etheric. I think they're part of the light. So
Mhm.
what happened was I love sun devils, sun dogs, whatever you want to call them. I think I
Yeah, me
call them.
too.
My wife laughs at me when she hears me say sun dog. She goes, "Well, I don't know what a sun dog is, but I know what a sun devil is." Whatever. I think they're called the same thing. I love this picture because when I took it, I did see that object, okay, but it did not appear to me the way it appears in this picture. Now,
Okay.
obviously, I mean, God, what are you looking at here, right? I mean, this thing it's a saucer shaped craft. Look at
Right.
that
I mean,
thing.
actually, my first thought was portal,
Yes,
just
that
because I
too.
can see like spirally type lines
Yeah.
through it.
Yep.
So portal
Right.
was my first thought.
Right. Just as exciting. I'm just as excited
Uh-huh.
because it does. I think the same thing. I see the swirliness starting from the center and doing
Yep.
like a clockwork. Oh my God. Yeah, it does. But
Mhm.
I didn't really notice until after I studied the picture and zoomed in a little bit. And I was like, this is beautiful. This is absolutely
Yeah.
beautiful. And I had a experiencer friend of mine. His name is Tom Sprackle. And he told me that a lot of these craft really like to sit on the edge of these sun halos. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So they are basically kind of around sun devils. And
Okay.
it's weird. It's interesting because
Well,
we're
now
seeing. Uh-huh, go ahead.
I wonder if that's why we're seeing so many of these rainbow clouds lately.
It,
Could
I
it
was
be
just gonna
spaceships up there?
I was just gonna say it. I think a lot that has to do with us seeing these is just generally from our perspective, standing on the ground, and what happens to be in the air or the atmosphere around around the direction of the sun. Like whatever they're,
Yeah.
some may believe whatever they're spraying in the air. There's
Mhm.
some people that I love sharing these sun halos, And every once in a while, I'll get somebody that's like, "Oh, this is government, caused, and this and that," and I get turned off by it. I hear them out, and I understand what they're saying, and and who knows? I don't want to always say I'm right and they're wrong, but my gut is telling me that I'm still appreciating beauty here.
Absolutely.
So I feel like it's like it ruins my fun time that I'm having when people tell me this
Yeah.
stuff. It's like, look, I get that stuff. I understand that. But a lot of it, not all of it can be bad. Some of it's got to be
Right.
beautiful because it's
I
striking
think
me
so
beautiful.
too. Yes, I think so too, and you know what I actually, like, vibrationally pick up off of this picture in particular? That it's like a Pleiadian orb ship.
Yeah, the colors are so
Yeah, because it's so beautiful.
pastel. It's
Yeah,
like
like,
pastel,
the rainbows of the sun in such a more beautiful configuration.
Yeah, and like I said, my friend, fellow experiencer Tom Sprackle, he not only told me this, and I captured one on the ring of a sun. There's some pictures in here that are actually from him that are doing the same thing. They are riding on the rainbow of the sun, that the halo that you see sometimes that you catch. So
Wow.
yeah, this is really
See,
neat.
that's really neat. That is really neat, and, from my understanding, the Pleiadians starships are crystalline ships, crystalline
Uh-huh.
orbs,
Yeah.
and so all of the color that's coming through it could be because it's like a crystalline type ship, and the
Right.
sun's
Yeah.
ray kinda like I've got crystal sun catchers all across my house, and they
Uh-huh.
remind that's what it reminds me of is the crystal sun catcher when the sun rays hit it just right and
Yeah.
all the colors come through the prism of it.
Yes.
So,
That's
I don't know.
it's so
That's
beautiful.
that's my fun little imagination for it.
Yes.
I think it's a crystalline Pleiadian starship.
Yes. Yeah, it's a crystalline palladium light ship.
Yeah, yeah. I think that explains a lot of the orbs that we see too. The big orbs that fly around. I think that they're probably
Yeah.
Pleiadian.
Yeah, and that's what I wanted to talk about too is the movement of these orbs that we see, right? Even when we're watching, we'll go
Yeah,
back to my favorite show, Ghost Adventures. They catch
yeah.
a lot of orbs,
That's so
right?
funny
And
that you love to watch ghost stuff because I do that's what I do in my pastime for
oh
fun. We
yeah,
watch
I am
we
so
watch the
passionate about
ghosty
ghosts.
woasties.
Yeah, plus it's something that my wife, equally enjoys watching with
Right,
me. We can't sit
right,
together and watch one of my UFO stuff because it bores her, even
right.
though even though she's on the same page with me now. She lets me play. But
Yeah,
yeah, ghosts are fun, and they've got a lot of orbs. And at first, I wasn't really turned on by
yeah.
these orbs. I was like, I've been ruined. I had such a dramatic experience growing up. I was literally standing beneath the flying saucer. Okay, I, I could probably throw my tennis shoe and hit it. I was so close to an actual flying saucer
Mhm.
that the
Right.
orbs to me were like, yeah, whatever.
Meh.
But you know what?
Yep.
I love them now. You know why? Because to me, the way they move reminds me of a UFO. It reminds me of a spirit's chariot. It reminds me of
Yep.
the wheel within the wheel. It
Yep.
reminds me of an angel, of where our souls are going to be encapsulated,
Mhm.
until we manifest into another form. How do we
Yeah.
travel? We travel within this orb, which makes sense to
Right.
me.
It makes sense to me too, and, all the way down to, like, let me just get to my little geeky science behind this actually, because
Ooh.
plasma the sun is made of plasma, the orbs are made of plasma, and what's the most vital part of our, body and our blood? It's the plasma, and I think the
Yeah.
plasma is what contains the soul. So it
Oh my.
makes sense that if you don't have a vehicle for it to spread out through, it's gonna be in this container of the orb shape, right? And
Okay.
I like, one of my daughters prior to even being pregnant, my grandson came to her in a dream vision as a blue orb and told her she was going to be pregnant and he was going to be her child and he would be a boy.
Hmm.
And like 2 months later, she ended up pregnant. 9 months later, she had a boy, and he's absolutely angelic looking. I mean, he really looks like he's a Pleiadian.
Oh my God.
Absolutely angelic. He fair, beautiful, perfect skin, great big blue eyes, that wispy blonde hair. I mean, he's like the epitome of a Pleiadian child. The
Oh my
epitome.
gosh. I didn't want to interrupt you, but I seen an orb on your right.
Did you
you have some,
really?
yeah, almost about a minute ago.
Aw,
You have a bouquet of
yay.
daisies. You have a bouquet of daisies over there on your right in the back,
Yeah.
and it went from the daisies towards you very slowly. It was a beautiful small orb, and hopefully we can check that
Oh,
out later. Yeah,
yeah. Awesome. Yeah. They kinda like me. I catch
yeah.
them on camera all the time, like, even my security cameras outside will kick on, and then you'll see an orb fly past it, and, like, as far as I know, bugs don't kick off security cameras, so I'm
No,
pretty sure it's
right. This
not like
is
some giant glow light bug.
no, yeah, and it's not the first time we've seen orbs flying around your neighborhood in there.
No, no, it's not. It's a friendly neighborhood for orbs.
Yeah.
And interesting, little side fact here, where our I have a brand new double wide, and where it sets actually used to be like a path that the Native Americans would take to, go to their sacred mounds,
Wow.
and I didn't know that when we first moved here, but I would sit here, and in the long part of the mobile home, I would see people walking through, and then they would just vanish, like Native
Oh,
American looking people, and I'm like,
oh.
"Am I tripping? Why are we seeing Native Americans walk through the middle of our damn house?" And then I
Wow.
did a little research and I'm like, "Oh, that's why, because we're right on their path."
Oh my gosh.
Like, in
Yeah.
between the mounds and the water, we're right on their path.
Oh wow. Okay. Oh my
Yeah. I'm
gosh.
like,
It's
"Holy crap."
awesome.
So, it really doesn't surprise me that orbs are here at all, just for that reason alone, but I probably brought some orbs with me when I moved here too, because they're just always around me, you know? I see dead people.
Yeah, I'm telling you,
So they're gonna follow me.
some of us are loaded, man.
Yeah. Thank God I'm not afraid of it, right?
Yeah,
Otherwise, it would be
exactly.
very scary. Alright,
Right.
now I wanna show this next picture. You've got to explain this to me.
Oh, I'm having way too much fun here.
Good.
I needed this. Thank you so much.
Me too. Thank you. This was a great
Okay.
idea. Alright, what the
All
hell's
right.
going on with this?
I
Because
know, I know.
I see a lot of these type of, clouds, and I'm
Yeah.
like, "That's a damn spaceship."
Well, yeah, right. Those reclusive whatever. Yeah, we
What do they
played the
call
whole
it?
cloud game. Yeah, we
Is it
butcher
a
all the names that the
is it
different
a
styles of clouds.
lenticular?
Yeah,
Is
here
it
you go.
lenticular?
Yeah,
Is that the one
but
they call this one?
so look, the story behind this one is you all are lucky because you've got a personal story behind it. You know, this is from me. This is when I first moved to Oakland exactly about 2 years ago. I was in my backyard and I live in the forest in a small cottage in the woods, and it was a beautiful day. And I decided to. I don't do this very often. I don't ask my star family to show themselves all the time. You know, although I would like to see them all the time. There's a
Mhm.
part of me in my heart that misses seeing their ship, and I'm talking about the ship that I seen when I was 12 years old in 1985. I was really,
Right.
really close to this ship. It was physically close to me, and I wanted to see it. I miss it. I really do. I sometimes I want to cry just thinking about how much I want to see it again. And it's like a drug, you know. You know, you're like, give me one more
It really
shot,
is.
man. Just let me see it
It
one more
really it
time. I
really is.
swear I'll be all in on love, my family, whatever message you want me to push.
Yeah.
It's like, God, what else do you want, Mike? They're probably up there going, what more do you need, dude? But I don't do this often. I closed my eyes and I took my phone up and I closed my eyes and I prayed in my mind and I said, please let me see your beautiful ship again. And I took the picture and I looked at it and I'm like, oh my God. I mean, that's what it looks like to me. But,
Wow.
this is one
That's
of those things,
incredible.
Kelly. This is one of those things, Kelly, that I shared. And usually it takes a little bit more than that for me to, to share something. Um, but and no one really cared. It's okay. I get it. But personally, this picture means a lot to me because I asked for it, and it's and
Hmm.
and I didn't sit there after I took the picture and look up in the sky and watch this thing take off or anything. It kind of just dissolved. Like a cloud. But it didn't look like it dissolved like a cloud. To me, it looked like it just kind of backed away and just didn't look like that anymore. You know what I mean? It
Right.
it, it, it didn't. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you I saw it take off or like totally move as a ship, but it just slowly kind of backed into nothing. And it was no longer what you see here. This is actually a close up. I think I have another shot that we're going to share where, if you back up a little bit on it, to me it looks even more like a craft. It does look like the craft that I happen to see, which was your typical saucer shaped craft. Oh, okay. It was just because you were zoomed in on it. I think this is the
Uh-huh.
so it's just a saucer
And
shaped craft. There's nothing really dramatic about it. There's a little bit that's yeah, there you go.
that is
Yeah,
called a lenticular cloud, and I think
right.
that's bullshit.
Well, I
I
do
call
believe in that.
bullshit on it.
I believe in that type of cloud. But this one,
I don't.
well, this one, I almost see metal. I mean, I see there's like there's a dark
Right.
spot there, a dark
Yeah,
spot
like
there. To me,
here.
yes, yes, you see it. And then there's a
Yeah.
part that covered, the cloud is covering a part of it that
Yeah,
would
over
make it
here.
yes, exactly. That's it. The part that
Yep.
you're touching right there, if that cloud wasn't there, you would be seeing the
Mhm.
the other side of the ship. You would
Yep.
be
I
seeing
think so too.
it would be matching the exact other side that's not covered.
Yep.
And yes, it means a lot more to me, to whom the experiencer. I'm just so happy and it's so fun to share it, especially with you and our audience, because
Yes.
like I said,
Because I believe.
it takes a lot for me to share something. It usually does, and this is
Right.
one of them. Yeah.
That's a great picture too.
Yeah, that's the
That's a
far.
really good picture. I like that one a lot because you can really see where the sunlight is creating the shadows on it.
Yes.
I love that. Yeah, I really love that one.
So that's
And
the
no,
latest
I
thing.
don't.
I actually, it's not the latest thing. I've got another orb, but it's not
What's this
in the
one?
pictures that we're going to be talking about today. I didn't want to give you everything
What is
tonight.
this directly above it here?
You know what? It might be a bug because there's so
Or
many.
a bird? I don't know. It might be a bird, maybe.
Maybe, yeah,
It's just interesting that it's straight above it.
yeah. I forgot about that. I did catch that, but I didn't think much of it because I get a lot of bugs.
Now that's really cool.
Yes. Man, this was in San Leandro, California too. Before I moved here to Oakland, me and my wife were outside and I looked up and I go, "What is that? That looks like a swirl or something." It was
Yes, it
very
does.
in,
It's
it was
almost
very
purple
interesting.
right in here. There's purple color.
Really?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
very interesting to me. Yeah, it's definitely like a great
Did,
big spiral, like a corkscrew thing or something.
exactly. I've had other friends describe it as a corkscrew. I've described it as a little pigtail.
Yeah.
And like you said earlier, and I'm a big vortex guy. I'm a big portal vortex guy. I love those. I've
Mhm.
experienced the portal just as close as I was to the UFO. And
Right.
that's how it all started with me. It wasn't just one day I was standing underneath the UFO. It was
Mhm.
no, it was a portal. It was a vortex that started it all. And to me that looked like a vortex. All
All right.
right.
What we got here?
So we're back to that black spear that I was talking about with my fellow experiencer friend Marisol Smiley. I was trying to
Okay.
get a random picture.
Here.
Yes, this was the original picture that I took from my balcony. I didn't care what I was shooting at. I just knew that I was going
Mhm.
to zoom in on something, and I was going to zoom in so far that I was going to experience pixelations, and I was going to take pictures of the pixelations and show my friend Marisol, look, hun, anything that you zoom in on this far is going to pixelate. So I just thought maybe she was over analyzing everything. And I seen this black dot, and I'm like, well, what's that? What's that sitting on the wire, right? And then I thought,
Yeah.
okay, in the same picture, you can see a couple of other dots that are hanging actually on the
Yeah.
wire. Those are
Yep.
just, you know what those are.
There and there. Sure,
Yeah,
those belong
right.
on the power lines,
You know what
but there
those
is
are.
no
Right.
line here
Exactly. So that's what I thought I was
at
looking
all.
at, Kelly. Yeah. I
Mhm.
thought I was
Yeah.
looking at something, and I'm like,
There's no line
this is
anywhere
not
that
touching the
direction.
wire. It is not connected to the
Right.
wire at all. So
Right.
that was
And
the
these
first.
all of these others are clearly touching a
Yeah,
wire. Every
absolutely.
one of them. Even
Yep.
that one way far over there,
Yeah, yeah.
you
Good
can
eye. You
see it
see
touching the
everything.
wire.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm familiar with orbs at this point in my life, and I dig them, and I realize that they're watching me, and I've had plenty of footage of orbs, um, in
Mhm.
peculiar situations. They seem to like to monitor me when I'm around other people, or if I'm like in weird places, like on a mall roof, like in whatever. But
Right.
yeah, that was a first for me, a black one, and you look up black orbs, and you're going to get, like, just because it's black, you're going to get some negative, feedback,
Yeah, just because
like
of its color.
right. But to me, I think
Yeah.
it's just like a crystal or like a feather. It's
Mhm.
protection. It's
Right, and I
protection
love
against.
black crystals, all black
Yeah,
stones, I love
yeah,
them.
we love black
Apache
crystals, I know
tear,
you do.
obsidian, yeah,
Yes.
smoky quartz, black
Yeah,
diamonds, I love all of it. Now,
right, we
let
could.
me tell you what I see in these clouds,
Okay.
because right here I see like a big shouldery muscle and then the bicep part of the arm,
Yeah,
and
which
this is
way's the
the
beach?
elbow and
Yeah,
the elbow and the forearm, and he's fist pumping the air,
yeah,
right? That's what I see there.
yeah.
And then this up here, this looks like a face looking straight up at the sun, and it almost kind of reminds me
Oh,
of like the remember the Monchi-Chi?
yes.
How
Oh
they
my
had
gosh.
they had the cover around their face there, the furry cover? That's
Yes.
what it
Oh
looks
my
like to me,
God.
like a
Or
giant Monchi-Chi
yeah,
or
or
like a
Ewok.
giant, Ewok. Yeah, that's what I was gonna
Yeah.
say, or a giant Ewok. That's what I see.
You are good. I didn't
I
see that. Yeah, I've studied this picture for years, thinking what
I
else
love
is in
looking at
there.
the shapes in
Yeah.
the clouds.
Yeah. I'm telling you, man, that's why I'm
And look,
Skywalker.
there's
That's
the big
my
fist
heads
pump
are my
again.
what? Say again, huh?
I said, "There's the big fist pump again."
I see it. Which way's the beach? Fist pump? Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, like he's, pumping his fist, right?
Yeah.
Right above the orb.
Yeah.
Right above your not orb,
Elbow.
but whatever this spirit thing is.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
And I zoomed in on it. Yeah, you get a good shot,
Yeah,
and
and you can clearly tell there's no wires,
right, no
right?
strings attached, right.
No strings attached. You can't like on the ghost shows, and we always go, "String," right?
Yeah, there's got to be some
Somebody's making something.
yeah, smoke and mirrors.
Yeah, there's no string here, buddy.
No, there's not. Yeah, you can
No
zoom in as
strings
far as you
attached.
want, and that thing doesn't want to
Yeah,
pixelate.
look, and I can zoom in even bigger. Check that
It
out.
doesn't it doesn't want to pixelate. That wire wants to start pixelating before that
Yeah,
that sphere does.
yeah,
I
and
caught that.
actually,
That's
with it zoomed
amazing.
in like that, you can actually see like a white ring of energy out here around it.
Man. Yeah, I love it. I can't believe I captured that.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Hmm.
Good job.
Thank
That's
you.
just another one.
Yeah, so this one,
I think
it's gone.
oh, it is gone.
It's gone.
You're right. It's
That's what I'm
gone.
telling you.
Boom,
It would be
gone.
right underneath that elbow.
And the fist pump is still there even.
Everything's there.
Yeah,
Everything is there. I didn't move.
gone.
I wanted it to be the same exact shot, and it's
That's awesome.
gone. You see all the little black things that we were talking about in the wire. So that's
Yeah,
I'm more excited about this picture than anything because, like on Ghost
right?
Adventures, it's gone.
Because that's proof. That's your proof.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Ooh,
Okay. Now
love
we're
this one.
Now we're getting to Tom Sprackle here. This is my friend Tom Sprackle. I've got a little story about him too, and you're going to enjoy it, Kelly, because he's a fellow Pleiadian, uh, and
Oh,
he's got some Arcturian experiences as well.
oh,
So
I love that. See, because
yeah,
the Zufu guy that drives the ship is Arcturian.
see, and these Arcturian wait, what? These Arcturian ships are supposed to be some of the most advanced ships in the cosmos too. So
Yeah.
this
The
is
Go ahead.
Kelly, this is a zoomed in picture of something riding that solar halo wave that we were talking about.
Mhm.
This is
Yeah.
my friend, fellow experiencer Tom Sprackle. He was telling me that these objects, these vehicles, these light vehicles, or whatever they are, UFOs, they like to hang around the halos of the sun dogs, sun devils, whatever it may be. And this is a close up, which to me looks like almost like a cigar shaped craft at a certain
Yeah.
angle. Although looking at it right now, it could be an egg shaped craft. It could be
Mhm.
somewhat like a football shaped craft, like a pill, tic
Mhm.
tac type craft. But to me,
Right.
I see it three dimensionally as a cigar shaped craft. That's how I see it. I
Okay.
see the circular part in the front here, and then it kind of tapers off three dimensionally. And look
Mhm.
at the colors. It's just another one of those
It's
pastel,
beautiful.
beautiful Pleiadian
Yeah.
light ship type
And
of.
if I was in a crystalline type ship that would cast the same types of beautiful prism colors as a sun catcher, I would set in the sun's rays too.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know if it's
I
getting
would.
something from it or
I
you know,
would. I would
is
sit
it
there
a,
just because it's pretty.
is it a combination? Is it a combination of the experiencer standing on the ground looking at this phenomenon that this beautiful phenomenon that we get, this natural phenomenon, is it a combination of us looking at it from where we're at and just being there close to the sun in our atmosphere in a combination of the two? What is it? Is it partly our energy and our powers admiring this beautiful sun dog, sun devil, sun rainbow, and
I don't know. That's
it
a good
being in the
question.
sky in your view, is it sucking up the love? Is it sucking up the vibration that we get when we're seeing it? I don't know. It just makes you think. I just love it
Yeah.
all.
So if I were to turn my head sideways and look at it and use my imagination that I use when I look at the clouds,
Yeah.
I see an alien inside of this egg in fetal position.
Oh wow.
This is like a straight face straight toward you. Like, think of it as an ultrasound, right?
Yeah. Ah, yes.
This is the head.
Oh
That dark
gosh.
spot and that dark
Yes.
spot are an eye.
Yes, the
These are the
eye.
arms, and then
Yes,
the legs are pulled up this way.
yeah, I see. I even see the
And the
little
back,
fingers, the arms. Yeah. Right. And
I
there's the
mean,
void, the only part that the body is not, yeah, the void right there
right.
where the hands or the arms would be.
Yeah.
I see that
I mean,
too.
to me, it looks like a little fetus.
Yeah.
Of course, I've had a lot of ultrasounds in my life since I've had 7 kids, so
Yeah, and they're getting good, aren't they? Jeez.
oh my god, they're amazing.
They're like, "Oh,
And
he's
then
got
look at
freckles."
this. Right? It's crazy. It's
So that's
crazy
the
what they
same.
can do now.
Yeah.
And
Or
this
I
is
like it when the
a
doctor
great
says, I like it when the doctor says, "I see a third leg."
uh-huh. Right. And then have you just turned out to be the umbilical cord. I've had that happen.
See me, I had nothing
Not a
but kids
boy
with
after all.
I had nothing but kids with three legs.
Yeah.
Uh, so this is the it's not a zoomed in shot. It's the same shot, just not zoomed in.
Yeah,
See,
but I love
look at it.
how
It's right in
clearly
the.
you can see it just sitting right there on top of the ray of sunlight.
Yeah, it's sitting on that.
And I don't know, I just see another face in this cloud looking down at it too.
I see it too. So I told you there's a little story behind Tom Sprackle, and there's a couple more pictures after this.
I love this
That
picture though. This I think
yeah,
this one's my favorite because you
yeah,
can see it so perfectly sitting right on there.
sitting on that prism line.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Okay, what are we looking at here?
this is
Okay, I see
something
it
this is something that Tom shared with me. So I obviously
right there.
there's a ship up there. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm a big Star Wars fan, and hell, that looks like a Star Destroyer, a Death Star,
Doesn't
not a
it?
Death Star, a Star Destroyer.
Yep.
Down
Straight up.
down below, underneath the trees, there's also a light that's
I see that
shining.
light
Now,
here.
to me, I seen that, and to me, it looked like, oh, that's just a reflection. There's a bunch of windows over in those apartments, right?
Mhm.
Well, there's something to that light too that he was telling me, but I was just so focused on the craft above the tree, I didn't care about that light. But he was just as excited about what you see down there too. But to
Here.
me, yeah,
Well, the light does make a cross symbol.
he was just as
Yeah.
excited about that for some reason.
Yeah.
To me, I wasn't there, so isn't that funny? Us experiencers, we experience some crazy
Mhm.
things, but when we're listening to another experiencer, it's hard for us to be on board 100%. Why? Because
Yeah.
we weren't there. That's all.
Right.
To me, that
Right.
looks like it's a reflection of his phone or the sun hitting off a
Right.
window in those apartments. But
Or it could be a door, like a porch light or something maybe.
right, look at that.
And then there's a good close up of it.
Look at that. This is, once again, this is something you're not going to find on YouTube. This is something you're not going to
Yeah.
just,
Well, they will with our channel.
oh, well, I'm sure he would be
They
proud
will
because
now.
I'm gonna give credit where it's due. That's why I've got the names of the friends that shared these with me.
Yeah.
And I'll never forget their names. These are special people to me. And as you can see, there's a couple of objects below this craft.
Uh-huh. You can see something here
Yep,
and here. And this is
yep.
shaped almost like that arrow thing that you see in the Nuremberg picture of Nuremberg, Germany picture from long, long ago with all of the UFOs in it.
Oh
Do you
yes,
do you
our
know the
famous
photo?
art. Yes, I love it. You looked it up for me once. Yeah,
Yeah, it reminds me of that kind of weird arrow,
yeah.
that big spear or whatever.
Look,
And
you
then
can
this one
see.
here.
Yeah, there's something there. Look at that. There's like a wing.
Bloop.
You know what I mean? And
Reminds me of a leaf.
it goes all the way. I can visualize this
Yeah.
lip that goes around the. It's just amazing.
Yeah. It
I
reminds me
almost,
of the shape of a leaf,
yeah,
how the leaf has the little stem,
yeah,
but I mean, it's clearly not a leaf. It's way too
right,
big to be a leaf.
yeah.
I just like how it's, shaped like nature.
So he told me
Okay.
that
And there's that
he
again.
has a twin flame, which is his sister, something like that, and he visited her. He got to witness the healing chambers, the Octurian healing chambers, where these elders would gather around. somebody that's going to get healed, they would gather around them and they would hold each other's hands and they would start to hum. And there's this crystal, this beautiful crystal, this blue crystal that's in the center on top of the person that's being healed. And the elders holding hands would start to hum, and the frequencies, the vibrations, that was the tool in which was healing the people that were sitting in the middle of these circles. The elders were healing people,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yep.
this is what they were showing him, and it
Yep.
was just so beautiful.
Yeah. I firmly believe in sound healing technology,
Me
and
too.
I feel like it came from the ancients.
Yeah,
Most
that's ancient
definitely.
technology, man. That's we think
Mhm.
everything in the past is old news. That's a misconception. If anything, we
Yeah,
were closer to source back then than we are now. Now we're poisoned. We're lucky to be Me and you are lucky to be talking about stuff like this. It just goes to show you
right,
how powerful humankind is. That we're able
right.
to, doesn't matter how much fluoride or metal or crap you put in our food, it doesn't matter. We're still here fighting. And like you said, we may have been bred and prepared for this moment.
Yep, I think so too. So what did you think of my weird UFO bug picture that is in the video I sent you?
So I couldn't find it unless it's actually in the picture of the video that you showed me. Is it actually in the picture of the video? You know how they have the video that you sent me, like the picture that's
Uh-huh.
there? Is it what's in that picture? Because I couldn't find it.
Yes, it is exactly what's in that. That is my photograph.
Okay, so I couldn't zoom in on that because if I did, I'm just playing the video.
Was it not in the video?
I couldn't find it in the video unless I'm just being lazy
Oh,
minded, unless I went
maybe
through it
I
too fast. Because I know it's only a 20
maybe
minute video.
yeah, maybe I didn't find it in time to put it in the video and that's why I used it as a thumbnail. Sometimes I do that.
But yeah, I know you were talking about that. I said like a rod or whatever, and you're like, yeah, sort of, right?
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, I just think it's like the weirdest. It's probably the weirdest um UFO picture I've ever taken.
Well, then we have to make sure I see it. Then, if it's that
Yeah.
special to you, I wanna be part of it.
Yeah, I'll need to dig it out of my archives. Cuz I was just looking while we were talking trying to find it and I mean it has to be at least 4 or 5 years old now.
Okay.
Um I'm pretty sure it was like right around 2019, 2020 because we were already on lockdowns at that
Ah,
time. And
okay.
we were outside on the porch having a cookout, just the 3 of us, because you weren't supposed to have visitors or anything. And
Oh
even though I'm
gosh.
a rule breaker, nobody wanted to come and visit, right?
Uh,
It was some summertime thing, I don't remember. Supposed to be like 4th of July or some shit, I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was just me and the
hmm.
kids having a cookout by ourselves. And, one of the kids said, "Look at the clouds, look up at the clouds," because the clouds themselves to us looked like praying hands,
Uh-huh.
okay? And so I grabbed my phone and I'm trying to zoom in on these clouds and take pictures of these clouds that look like praying hands.
Oh.
And instead, I got this UFO, and the clouds behind it don't look nothing like praying hands. So I'm like,
Oh,
"What
okay.
just
Yeah.
happened? Like, what
Right.
just happened here?"
Yeah. I know how there's usually a pattern, right? Right?
I'm
You're a
like,
cloud
"What?"
watcher. You're a cloud
Yeah.
watcher. I love looking at the clouds. My head is always in the
Oh
clouds.
my god.
And you
I
know
love
what? I
cloud.
hope
I
you can
take
do a
pictures of
show.
storms.
I'm getting so excited. Yes. I know we're UFO, this is a UFO show, but I could go crazy with the cloud stuff too. I
Oh,
love
me
it.
too. I have like 1,000 cloud pictures, 1,000 storm pictures,
Oh my
probably
gosh.
tens of thousands of sunsets and sunrises.
Okay,
Like,
we're
I
gonna
am
have to do a
obsessed.
special.
I'm obsessed with taking pictures of the sky. Obsessed.
Kelly, we have to have a special that
All
we
right,
do
let's
that
do
we
it.
do on the clouds. Oh my gosh.
Let's do
I
it.
get so excited.
I'll pull them out and dust them off.
Yeah, right. And trust me, we are good, right? We are good. We ain't, because there's some pretty bad ones out there.
Yes.
Come on, let's be honest. Some people really
Yes.
have it bad. That the word for it, whatever that word is, right?
Yeah.
Where you can make something out of everything, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Fide- something
The
Medalia.
right, whatever that word is. Yeah, I actually have a friend, like, she sees faces in every single thing and tries to make something out of every single thing, and it
Right.
kinda drives me crazy.
Yeah, it's a little too
I'm like,
much.
not everything is everything, right? Is something,
Right.
right?
I mean, sometimes I feel like that with a couple of my pictures. I'm like, okay, maybe that one's a stretch, but
Yeah. But
I could
I'll
tell
tell you
you're
what,
talented. You're talented. I
I
can
have this
see.
one picture, and I mean, it's clearly like this big weird storm cloud that's bubbled up. I mean, it's literally like from the horizon up into the sky. It's this big, gnarly, dark cloud, but it is shaped just like Barney.
Yep.
It's like fucking Barney.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I got Woody
And I'm
Woodpecker.
like, that's a giant Barney. I'm going to take a picture of it. I think I even did a video and put it on YouTube. Come to think of it. I was like, can you all see Barney?
Yeah. Testing, testing. Is this thing on? Right.
Yeah.
No, it's not Woody Woodpecker. I have the Roadrunner. Oh my God, I can't wait for us to have a
Really?
show
Oh,
about.
that's gonna be fun.
Yeah, beep beep.
Yeah.
I have definitely got the
Beep,
Roadrunner.
beep. I love him. I'm all about the Roadrunner and the Coyote. And the Acme signs
Yep, that company.
cracks me up.
That's
Cracks me up,
Amazon.
right? That's Amazon. I don't know. You can't get explosives there.
That's next.
Acme, he could just order the explosives, right?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Order the 3D printed version of this and that, and you can probably wing it.
Yeah. Yeah. But the Wile E. Coyote would crack me up. He always had a sign handy. Here's your sign.
Yeah.
I'm
In
going
July,
down.
you said this was in July that you were talking about you were having a little
Yeah.
barbecue, and
Yeah.
that's a hot month for UFO activity. It really is.
Oh, I know.
What
That's
is
why
it
I love
about
my
July?
birthday being so close to 4th of July because it seems like 4th of July is really like a magnet for
Yeah.
UFOs. And I'm a summer baby anyway. I love being outside in the warm weather, day and night. So I'm out there all day, all night watching the sky.
Yeah.
I'm just like, where are they?
I love it.
And oh, actually, this year for 4th of July, and I do have a video of that I can find relatively quickly. I actually videotaped something that looks like your little black sphere
Yeah.
as it moved over top of our house and disappeared. I
Hmm.
videotaped it in action. Yeah, because at first I'm thinking, "Is it one of those Chinese lantern things?"
Uh-huh.
Except there was no glow, there was no fire, and it wasn't dark yet. It
Hmm.
wasn't dark yet, but it was on
Okay.
4th of July this year, and there were actually 2 of them, but the one doesn't come in the video as well. You can't see it as clearly, but the one I was tracking, man, I was, like, zoomed and zoned on that sucker, and
Hmm.
it was pretty cool. So I'll share that with you too. See,
Okay.
I'm glad we talked about this because I totally even forgot about doing that. I totally forgot I even had that video.
Cool.
Yeah, so I'll have to definitely pull that up and show you because that was a really neat one. And and if you're impressed with it, then we'll show it to the audience.
Okay.
I'll let it I'll let it pass the mic test first.
Step up to the mic.
Yeah, step up to the mic, Mike. Okay, what else are we talking about? We're gonna do a show on the connection between orbs and UFOs and spirituality, but what are your thoughts on that just initially? Do you feel
Oh
there's a
man,
connection?
I just think there's a thin line between. I've always thought there was a thin line between ghosts and UFOs, and
100%.
ghosts and UFOs to me is spirituality because when you pass
Yeah,
on to the other side, you're another source of your energy. Energy doesn't dissipate, right? It just transforms,
right.
and until it transforms or manifests into the next thing, whatever you believe, I
Right.
believe it's encapsulated in an egg-shaped object, which I feel could be the Merkabah, the wheel within the wheel, the Ophanum, the throne
Yep.
angel, the spirit's chariot. I think we call it by many names.
Yep.
And I think that
William
shape,
Henry calls it the blue apple.
yeah, I mean the planet, if it is, if it isn't
Yeah.
flat,
Yeah. Right.
mother,
Oh my God.
the egg, any egg of any animal that's having babies, the human embryo, it all seems to start with this shape, and I don't think it ends there. It
Yeah.
continues to encapsulate our spirit as well. So there's a real
I
thin
think so
line
too.
between UFOs and spirituality, and
Yeah.
yeah.
And even with like biblical stories or even further back than biblical stories, where they speak of angels and demons, I
Hmm.
think that very well could be like what we would today call good and bad aliens,
Yes, right,
you
because
know?
it doesn't stop with us. There's good people, there's bad people, there's people that
Right.
follow the law, there's people that break the law. I
Right.
don't, I think it doesn't just stop here. I think it goes on. Even if you're advanced, like I believe the
Mhm.
more advanced you are, the less probably people that you're going to have that are negative or bad. But I still think it's still there. It's just not maybe as much as it is where we're at right now, which is pretty ugly. And it needs help. It needs to be tilted, which I think we're going to get there. There's going to be a point
Yeah.
where it tilts, and the light is going
Tipping
to win.
point.
Yeah,
Yeah. I think we're at our tipping point now.
yeah,
I really do. And I feel like we're tipping the right way,
yeah.
you
We
know.
should, and we understand
I
that there's
do.
going to
I mean, I do feel like as a collective, we're actually going the right way,
yeah, because
regardless of what you're
people have
seeing
to
in front
see
of you right
this.
now. Yeah.
Right. There's so many people that are
Yeah.
literally brainwashed, and
Yeah.
they need to see it for themselves, unfortunately. So it's
I
going to be hard
know.
for us empaths. It's going to get tougher, and we knew that. We knew that.
Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, I can also sympathize with them too because I was always a pretty stubborn learner myself. I had to learn things the hard way, right?
Oh yeah, I feel that.
If my mom said, "Don't touch that, it'll burn you," I wanted to know, would it really?
Yeah,
You
right. I
know?
did the same thing. Yeah. Does that bee
Right?
that what do you mean that bee's gonna sting me? Ow, that bee stung me.
Yeah. Damn, that hurts. Yeah.
You
I
were
know,
right,
same
Mom.
way. Yep, I know. So, I had to learn the hard way about a lot of things. I mean, even simple things like, don't go outside barefoot when it's cold and raining, you're gonna get sick. Well, you know, I had to learn
Yeah,
that the hard way too.
yeah.
So,
Until then it's fun and it sounds cool and it feels neat.
yeah, yeah, let's try it. And then you learn. So, and we're all like that. We're all guilty of that, and we don't really, um, generally, as a rule, humans don't change without something forcing the change, right? Even our
Right.
greatest
Yeah.
inventors, they invented things because there was a need to change something or to fix something, right? So it's human nature, I guess. And we're getting there.
Human nature, why won't you do me that way? I say why?
There you go. Get it, Michael.
Why?
You need my
Why?
microphone. I love
I
it.
love Michael. Michael gave me the goosebumps when I was a kid. Oh
Oh
my
my
my.
God, me too. If anybody in this world was ever a star child, it was him.
Oh
He was a
God.
light and a gift to this world.
And the way he moved, we're not even talking about the way he
Yeah.
moved.
Oh my God. He's the reason I wanted to learn how to dance and to do it well. I would
Oh,
imitate everything he did because I
oh
wanted
yeah.
to dance like that, you know?
Yeah, right. My dad used to pick me up on the weekends and take me over to his friends' houses and stuff. All he would have to do is bring a little jukebox and play Michael Jackson, and
Yeah.
I'm doing a pantomime. I'm out there in the
Right?
yard
I was
doing
out
it.
there.
Yeah, I'm doing
Doing
it.
all of it,
Billie
yeah.
Jean,
Me
Beat
too.
It. Yeah, you know it.
The Thriller.
Oh God.
Like, all of us learned the Thriller dance, I think. But, yeah, the moonwalk, all that. I loved it. And then
Mm.
Janet came along, and I was like, "Holy shit, I need to learn to dance like her."
I know. I was like, oh my
So,
gosh, it's a family
yeah,
thing. They got talent.
yeah. So, this white girl can move.
Yeah,
I
I
got
got
some good
soul.
moves.
Yeah, we
I
got
got soul.
soul, right?
That's right.
I feel you. I
Yeah,
smell you.
yep. Love it too. I love to dance.
Yeah, that's
That's, like, my second favorite thing next to taking pictures of the clouds is dancing.
oh my God. Yeah. You would have to pull me off that dance floor.
Yeah, I'll get on a dance floor when there ain't a soul on it. I'm the bravest person in the world. I'll just get out there. If there's a song playing I wanna dance to, I don't care if anybody else is dancing, I'm going.
Oh.
I'm like, "I'm going. See y'all later. Bye." I don't mind.
Well, oh my gosh, yeah. Oh
Yep.
my gosh. I did that in Vegas once. Once. I've only been to Vegas one time in my
Once.
life, and we were walking in front of
What
this.
stays in Vegas or what happens in Vegas is supposed to stay in Vegas.
I'm taking it out, man. They were doing this. It was a cover band doing "Do a Little Dance, Make a Little Love." It was like all
Yeah.
that kind of music, right?
Get
And
down tonight.
man, I just
Get
went
down tonight.
nuts. I felt like I was part of them. They were like looking at
Right?
the people on the stage were looking at me like, "Hey, man, thanks for being up here."
Right? Yeah. I'm
Oh God.
generally good for business wherever I go and there's
I,
music playing. 'Cause I'll
yeah,
make the crowd have a good time. They're gonna get out there and dance after they see me. There is
yeah, because
no doubt about it.
I'm kind of shy, but sometimes I surprise myself, and it
That's the
pays
funny
off.
thing about well, see, I'm a Cancerian, so generally I'm pretty shy. Unless you play music. And then I'm like,
See?
I'm a whole different person.
Yeah, there's something about that music. It does do something,
Play that
man.
funky music, white
White boy,
boy.
lay down his boogie.
Right,
Oh my gosh.
right. Like, I love music, all kinds of music from way back to now. I love it all.
Yep. Right.
I'm not a big fan of country now, this country kind of music. I like old country, like Hank Jr. kind of
Oh
old
yeah.
country, you know?
Yep.
I love his stuff. But yeah, I'm a rock and roll girl. What y'all doing?
I got a little thug in me too, though.
Oh, me too. I get jiggy on the dance floor. I can do all the hip hop, R&B. I love all of it.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was in a breakdancing group. I loved breakdancing. I was in the group. Yep.
Yep. My favorite pants to wear were my parachute pants.
Yep, my favorite too. Parachute pants, baby.
Love
Yeah.
the parachute pants. They need to
Yep.
bring them back. They had lots of pockets.
They're coming. They're
We could
coming.
keep all of our stuff in those pockets. There were so many.
Yep.
That and the
Yep.
kangaroo tennis shoes. Do you remember them?
Oh,
The
yeah, I think
Ruse
so.
with
I
the
think
little zipper pocket on the side of the foot.
yes. Oh my gosh. Oh my
I love
gosh.
those too. I had a good place to keep my
Kangaroos.
chapstick.
That's where you kept your chapstick.
That's where I kept my chapstick.
Oh
Yep.
my gosh.
I mean, back then it was a glossy tin instead of actual
The
chapstick, but same
okay.
difference.
Yeah.
Same difference. Nowadays, they don't make too many clothes with pockets. So, and I'm ecstatic about pockets. We're way off subject now, but
I
if
know. I
I
was just
find
thinking.
if I find a dress or a skirt that has pockets, I'm buying it. Because it has pockets. That's the only
Why?
reason I'm
Because it
buying it.
has pockets.
Because 'cause it's got pockets. I love things with pockets.
It's. I think we deserve to be off track a little bit because
Yeah,
we
yeah.
hit it and we hit it hard tonight.
We did.
You
We
know, we.
did.
I'm so happy. I've had nothing but a smile on my face, and I thank you so much. Oh my gosh, I literally have like tears in the corner of my eyes.
I mean, I had to wipe my tears a minute ago. I was giggling so hard.
I knew that we needed this, and
Yeah, we
oh my
did.
gosh,
And thank
I
you,
thank you so
because I
much
mean,
for sharing my personal stuff and
Oh my god,
oh my
stop.
God,
You're the
I
one
just
you're the
needed
one that
this so
came up with this great idea, and it really was a great idea. We did
much.
need this. We did.
And plus, we
Everybody
created
needed this
something for the
lighter
future. Yeah, and we
something.
created something for the future. I look forward to doing our
I
cloud thing.
know. Yay, me too. Me too. That's gonna be phenomenal. I have so many. I'm already, like, thinking I have
Yeah.
so many
Oh,
good
wait till you
pictures.
see my footprints. Yeah, I mean, it was like God. It's like God's footprints in the sky. Each cloud
Oh,
is the
wow.
bottom of a foot. It's amazing. Oh my God, I'll stop.
I love it. See, I've seen some really great stuff in the clouds that I didn't get a chance to take a picture of. Like, I saw a Native American man's head with, like, the full headdress
Yes.
and a peace pipe in his mouth and even the smoke coming out of
Oh
the
my
pipe.
God, I can
Me
visualize
and my
this.
son both, we saw it, like, I'm driving down the road, and I'm like, "Do you see the Indian chief in the sky?" And he's
Yeah.
like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Mom, it's even got a pipe and smoke." And I'm like, "Oh my god, it does." It was perfect. It
Yeah.
was perfect. I was like, "Holy shit, that's wild."
Oh my God. Yeah. I've got a Mayan, native Mayan with, how their noses are depicted
Yes.
like really big, like kind of like, and
Yeah.
it's just amazing. Oh my gosh.
Oh, wow.
I find me sometimes.
In the clouds?
Yeah. I'm in
You
there.
see you in the clouds?
Me.
That's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah. Just wait until we do this show, girl.
It's like you're up there going, Vogue. You're like, Vogue, strike a pose. I'm in the clouds.
Yeah.
I love it. That's too cool. I've never been in the clouds. Now I'm jealous. Like you with my
Oh,
dowsing rods the other night. I'm jealous.
I know, dude. Yours were just like on point, and here I am, West Coasting it.
West Coast. You cracked me up when you said that. West Coast. But what kind of handles do yours have?
Okay, so I have two pairs. The ones that I was using, it's all copper, of course, but my
Yeah.
handles are they're separate from there's yes,
Are they
thank
like
you.
this
They're like that.
plastic?
No, they're not plastic. They're just like that, but they're copper.
No, the rod is copper.
Sure, but my that little thing that you're twirling around, I
Your
have that,
thing is copper?
and that's copper too.
Oh, okay. Mine feels like a straw you would drink out of.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then my other pair are copper, but they have wooden handles.
Ah, okay. Which is fine with copper. Yeah, wood.
Yeah.
Yeah, works hand in hand.
I actually like them the best because you can't
Because
manipulate these at all, right?
see,
They're
that's my
only
thing.
gonna go where they want to.
Right.
Because I'm with you. When I was
I'm
using the rods, I used to always think, "Okay, my intention is making it
right.
move."
I'm doing it. Yeah,
You
stop
know?
looking at it.
So,
Yeah.
"I'm gonna look over here."
Right. I know. But then when
Yeah.
you do that, right, Kelly, when you do something like that, your equilibrium is
You're
off
actually
now.
moving it.
Now
Yeah,
you're
then you're
moving them.
moving it.
Yeah. So it's I
Now you
play that
are.
in my
Yeah.
mind. I'm like,
Yep.
stop, stop.
Yep. Me too. That's why I bought the ones with the wooden handles because I wanted to know for sure that I wasn't the one. Because I
Yeah.
know that we have that power in our mind to do that, to move things like that.
Right.
So I'm like, "Mm-mm, I feel like
On
I'm
top of
moving those. I gotta buy another pair."
right. That on top of one slight unbalanced move and
Right.
you're dictating something.
Yeah, and I always tuck my elbows next to my sides too so that I can lock my
That it
arms in
eliminates
place.
the whole yeah.
Yep, and I'll, like, barely breathe
Yeah, right. And
because
it's
I'm
like
afraid
breathe.
even my
No, you need
breath
to
might
breathe.
move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Breathe, breathe.
Yeah, I'm like shallow breathing like you do when you're floating on water.
Yeah. Hey, just like in the military when we were doing our graduation over in Buckingham Fountain in Chicago from Great Lakes, graduating boot camp, there was people dropping like flies because they were locking their knees. They're like,
Yep,
you gotta
passed
bend
out.
your knees because you're standing there, you're proud, and you're
Yep,
standing there for a long time, and you're in the
mhm,
military. You're trying to look good in front of your family, and
yep,
they warned us to don't lock your knees. That's when they
Yeah.
say that, it's like you're like, okay, I won't lock my knees. Like, oh no, I get it now. You have
Yeah.
to be out there standing on the gravel at attention, at parade rest, whatever you're doing during the
Mhm.
graduation ceremony. I can hear the gravel of people falling left and right, and you've got
Yep.
to just keep looking straight.
Yep.
But yeah, breathe. You got to remember to breathe.
Yeah.
You got to remember not to
Yeah.
lock your knees. All that stuff, man.
Yeah. They taught us that in choir too, to not lock our knees because we pass out on the bleachers. That
Yeah.
you know how in the choir you have to stand on the bleachers
Uh huh.
to perform, and they would teach us that too. Don't lock your knees because people were gonna fall off the bleachers, and then we're all coming down.
Yeah. I mean, I heard that, and I'm like, what does that mean? That sounded like my mom saying, "Don't
Yeah.
snap your teeth." I'm like, I'm
Right.
not. I'm not snapping my teeth.
Right.
Okay, that doesn't. I'm not snapping.
Yeah.
Oh
All
my
right. Well, this
God.
has been a great show. I appreciate you so much. I'm so honored and blessed that you're my friend.
I love you so much. This was a great show. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll
Thank you,
see you again
everybody.
next week with lots of fun stuff.
Yeah. Good night. Bye.